Indian innings is about to begin. A short delivery played away beautifully on the onside. Jadeja has got it away for 4. First ball, and listen to the crowd. What a start for India.
Well, terrific shot this from Ajay Jadeja. Quick to pounce on that one. That was shot from Rajabali. Gets into very good position to smash it away through mid-wicket for 4. Great start this by India. The boundary of the very first ball. Sachin Tendulkar would be looking to make an impact in this World Cup. He's not had the big scores he would have liked this season.
It's nicely played, straight to mid-on. So right off the meat of the bat. He'd want to feel it on the meat of the bat just a little bit before he starts really smashing it. But one thing we do know about him, if it's short, he's going to play that pull shot.
Certainly doesn't waste any time. He picks the length very quickly, Sachin Tendulkar. And that's been his strength as a batsman. Very good eye and very quick on his feet.
It's well played into the gap. He's got it through as well. It's rolling down the fence. This will get to the boundary. So Sachin Tendulkar off with a 4 as well. So both batsmen have opened their scoring with boundaries.
A lovely piece of timing here from Sachin Tendulkar. Just rocked back onto that back foot and just eased it through the offside. A bit of misfield, but this outfield is so quick that it still went to the fence for 4. That really should do his confidence a world of good.
Well, that's well bowled. That was very close. Well, that was interesting. Tendulkar was looking at playing that one away on the onside, and that very nearly got past his bat. As it turned out, it hit the front edge and went wide of slip. Close call.
Well, he's closing the face of the bat here a little too soon, Sachin Tendulkar. Gets a leading edge and just eluding that fielder at slip. Really a close call this for Sachin Tendulkar.
That could so easily have gone straight back to the bowler. Well fielded. David Ticolo at cover point.
Change in the Indian batting order today. Normally they open with Manoj Prabhakar. Ajay Jadeja today being preferred to Prabhakar to open the batting with Tendulkar.
Jadeja's strike now. Into the gap, that's 4 as well. Beautiful shot, lovely cover drive, racing across the outfield, and it's brought all the Indians in this ground to their feet. That was the end of the over, 14 without loss. Well, he's got that away, it's in the air, and that's going to go for 6. No, it's just short. Well, it was just short of a length on leg stump. You can't bowl there to anybody. He's picked that one up beautifully and bounced it over the line, almost a 6. 24 without loss.
It's a beautiful shot from Ajay Jadeja here. Pitched on leg stump, he's picked.
Looks to threaten with every shot. You saw even on a backward defensive clip, raced for 4 3 overs ago.
Yes, he's only a little fella, but he's got a lot of strength. We saw when he was fielding, he was getting the ball right on top of the stumps from the deep positions. Very strong wrists, very strong shoulders.
Well, that didn't look all that short, but he moved into position so well. Not perfectly timed, but good enough for 3. Suji, the fielder, he's had to move. A good throw from the boundary. He really made that one motor. But Tendulkar's in for another 3. At the end of the over, it's 54 for no wicket. Little uppish, and he nearly went there, the little master. But he got away with it. Suji, the bowler. Didn't quite time that, but just out of his reach. Yes, the openers really did well. Chinnasama was terrific.
Oh yes, he batted pretty well. It normally doesn't bat like that, but when he got out and came into the dressing room, he was saying that he's feeling on top of the world. He was saying the atmosphere was tremendous. He felt like just flowing. That's, I'm sure that experience every cricketer would love to have.
Well, he's just picked it up from just short of a length and made a nonsense of it. Fantastic play from an amazing player, and 4 more for Tendulkar. Just watch this. Not much short of a length, but his eye is so good. He murdered it. And tell us a little bit about actually getting to this competition, getting runners-up, but getting to the final of the ICC Trophy.
Oh yes, the trophy was played in 1994 in Kenya, and when the trophy was played, we kind of thought that we could make it, and we believed in ourselves. We had some very good teams, we had some very close games. Unfortunately, we lost to UAE in the finals, but that was good enough to bring us into the World Cup, which of course is a tremendous experience.
And what have the management been telling you? To enjoy yourselves, relish the experience? I mean, obviously, realistically, you're not in here to compete. You're going to try and win, of course, but you can't really hope to get through after this stage.
Well, the management has been tremendous. They have been telling us, don't get overwhelmed by the situation. You've come here, you've made it to the World Cup. Put the best performance you can. Obviously, you can't make mountains out of molehills. But lovely shot.
Another staggering shot. Immense power. And through the infield at one heck of a rate. It went through the close fielder in a rush.
The close fielder was our captain, Maurice Adunde.
And he was in the process of getting his hands up when the ball was 2/3 of the way to the boundary.
Oh yes, that's Sachin. When he hits them, they stay hit.
Tendulkar's now on 43. Could well go as well. Not much movement with the foot, but the bat came flashing down, and there's 4 more for Sachin Tendulkar. The end of the over, 67 for no wicket.
Another quick single. Close. No real appeal, obviously made it.
Good calling here from Sachin Tendulkar. Moment Jadeja came down the track and called. Sachin Tendulkar was quick to get off the blocks, and in the end made his ground quite comfortably. This really is a very good start by India. It'll do their confidence a world of good. One must remember, this is the first one-day international they're playing in almost 3 months. So it's a good opportunity to regroup.
Good shot by Tendulkar. Wide of the off stump by Ali. And beautifully timed, beautifully placed.
Well, again here, Rajapali giving Tendulkar the room outside the off stump. And he had absolutely no problem in getting that front foot out and smashing it through the covers. Hitting it on the up in the end.
That one right at the end of the bat was that wide. Another 4. This time a full toss and quite easily dispatched again. End of the 16th over. It's 85 without loss.
And 2 boundaries of the last 2 balls for Tendulkar. And the Indians really motoring along.
That was the first one. And then the second. Century partnership on the way for India. And there it is. Beautiful shot by Sachin Tendulkar. And what a way to bring up that century partnership. Opening partnership of 100 runs in just the 20th over.
What a nice way to start the Wills World Cup for India. Opening stand of 100 runs, and here moment David Ticolo pits the ball up. Sachin Tendulkar crashes this through the covers. He's been in there long enough to know how to handle those deliveries.
Especially when you get full tosses like that, the scoring comes even easier.
That's right, the pitch doesn't have to come into play then. But on the whole, the Kenyans have given a very good account of themselves today. They've stuck to their task. They were in with a chance of scoring a little more than the runs they got. They could have scored about 230 or so if they had not lost wickets halfway through the innings. But even in the field, they've stuck to their task and toiled manfully.
I think what is important for Kenya now, Rabi, is for them to get a few tours organized. Tours some test playing countries, even if they don't play against the #1 test teams. A few tours against like England A or a second 11 West Indies, second 11 Australia. Get as much experience as possible. Certainly won't do them any harm. They look quite promising.
That's right, a lot of their players look natural athletes, and they must get the opportunity to grab whatever experience they can. And the only way they can get it is by playing as much of cricket as possible overseas.
That's a good shot. Hitting theoretically against the spin. Not that there's a lot of spin out there for Asif Karim, but well placed.
This really is a fine shot by Ajay Jadeja. It's the footwork that's made the shot possible. Down the track and hitting it wide of mid-on. 4 runs, moment it left the bat. Lovely use of his feet here.
All pad on that occasion.
An optimistic shout, not only from the bowler but also from the keeper.
Just a single again, or could it be? A bit of a fumble and they get back for 2.
Tendulkar here running the first run very quickly, keeping his eyes on the ball, and moment Martin Suji there misfielded. Sachin Tendulkar quick to come back. Just getting his eyes off the ball there, Martin Suji, allowing Tendulkar to come back for the second run. As long as Tendulkar is there in the middle, India should win this game quite comfortably. Which would mean their next opponents would be the West Indies. Michael, it was nice to see Curtly Ambrose back among the wickets and picking up that man of the match award in the game against Zimbabwe.
Yes, that was one pleasing aspect for the West Indies, to see Curtly Ambrose back in full flow, bowling well and getting the man of the match. Back for the second again. I think the West Indies were glad to have both Tendulkar and Brian Lara firing in the first game. Well, they certainly will need them throughout this tournament. That man in your picture will be Ambrose's target the next time around, hoping to get rid of him quickly. What a shot. Beautiful. No point in moving after hitting shots like that.
A glorious cover drive that from Tendulkar. The man at cover and mid-off can only be spectators. Put right to the pitch of the ball and bang through the covers for more.
I think Maurice Odumbe has to set slightly less attacking field to Tendulkar. He had 5 inside the circle, which is a bit of a luxury, really. There goes the 5th man out, so now they are 4. Now he goes through the mid-wicket region. This one won't get to the boundary. Hurry back for 2.
Well, Tendulkar really now toying with the Kenyan attack, picking his spot and getting runs quite easily. Here he goes over the infield.
Dumby, who made 26 himself, batted well, and a terrific partnership with Steve DeCola. But that's one heck of an introduction. That's way over the top of the scene. And that's 6. Welcome to Cuttuck.
Well, Ajay Jadeja is probably saying to himself, it's about time I also got into the act. He's been quite happy to take the 1s and the 2s and give the strike to Sachin Tendulkar, who's been finding the gap with such regularity. Lovely use of the feet there by Ajay Jadeja.
He moves on to 40. Yes, Tendulkar a more aggressive player, isn't it? Lara kills you softly, but Tendulkar murders you.
Yes, also I think the other difference is that Brian Lara very seldom hits the ball up in the air.
Couple more for Jadeja. Ajay, the fielder.
Yes, going back to that comparison, although I don't particularly like comparisons, Brian Lara does tend to hit the ball along the ground. He finds the gaps. Brian Lara finds the gaps very regularly in much the same manner as Ajay Jadeja is doing now. Sachin Tendulkar also does get the gaps, but he has a tendency sometimes to hit the ball up in the air to try and clear the boundary, and there the element of risk does creep in.
Just a single. Maybe there shouldn't have been one there. End of the over. 140 for no wicket. A little bit of work on the hamstring. Seemed to stretch in the previous over. Just there, you can see he just put too much weight forward, and when he came up again, he'd stretched it.
So India needing 45 more runs to win this game. They've got 19 overs left. a big crowd here today anticipating a Tendulkar century. Well, he's on target. He's 93 not out. Things have gone a little quiet in the last 5 or 6 overs, but still the crowd have got their money's worth.
He's got that one away nicely. No one fine, and they'll be looking for 3 here. And eventually settling for 2. As these two like this Cuttuck ground, first wicket partnerships for India between Tendulkar and it was Tendulkar and Jadeja, 176. That's India West Indies on the 9th 11th 94. There's a lovely partnership between these two, and then Srikant and Ravi Shastri, my co-commentator here in the season of 84, put together a partnership of 188. I bet that was interesting, being down the other end of Srikant.
Certainly was, because he had a field day that day. He just went after the bowling, and I remember when he got out for 99, I must have been about 45 or 50. He really was on the rampage.
Yes, he definitely was one of my favourite openers. There are a few interesting openers around these days that really go for it. It's got to be a wide. Yes, the New Zealanders. Astle is certainly a real goer. Of course, the Sri Lankans have a pretty fiery partnership too. Oh, he's had a go at that one, moved back and then pulled it away on the onside. It's gone down to deep mid-wicket for 1. Will they come back for the set? They've settled for 1.
I think the problem there is, Tony, is Ajay Jadeja is struggling when it comes to running between the wickets. He seems to have a cramp. But the crowd certainly won't mind that, because they've got Tendulkar on strike.
Tendulkar on 96. Oh, that's wide. Way down the leg side. Well, he's on 96. He needs a 4 for his century, and that's what the crowd want, a 4 or a 6. Outside off stump and fumbled. Well, that was going for 4, but he got a hand on that one, so 1 more to Tendulkar. He moves on to 97.
Good fielding here by Eduardo Dumbe, because Tendulkar had given himself room and looked to hit that through the covers, but just got his hand in the nick of time.
That's another over from Morris Dumbe. 162 without loss. .162 without loss, and you can see there that they're taking this problem with the, it looks like a hamstring problem, a bit of cramp or something just behind the knee, or just perhaps above in the hamstring there, and he's just trying to loosen it up a little. He's still dragging a little bit. Well, I would have thought that it may be worthwhile considering bringing him back into the dressing room. There's no point in aggravating it. If it's just cramp, then it's okay, but if he's slightly strained his hamstring, and really, from the Indian point of view, they'd want to get him off and make sure that he was okay for the games that are coming up.
That's right, he's a very important member of the team, and this is how he strained that thigh muscle of his. It's the hamstring for sure. He's an important man on the field, Ajay Jadeja, a brilliant fielder, and he certainly wouldn't like to aggravate that injury.
So it's Tendulkar again. He's on 97. Straight back at Asif Karim, the left-arm orthodox spinner from Holland, from Kenya. Now, just let's have a look to see where we can pick up some gaps here. Well, if he cuts it away square, he's got a 4. If he sweeps it square, he's got 4. If he plays it fine on the leg side, he's got 4. However, I think he's going to look for them in ones. And that was very good effort there by the keeper. He really did go after that one and let it go. I think Tendulkar was probably going to be home, but this was not bad fielding.
Good cricket all round here. Tendulkar quick to call, and Otieno, a flash from behind the stumps, comes out there and just misses the stumps. Tendulkar would have been home, but good cricket nevertheless. The Indians taking their time in getting these runs.
Oh, he's hit that one high, and it's going to be caught. It's on the fence. Will he catch this one? It'll be a good catch. He's got him. He's picked it up in the deep. Ali, the fieldsman back there, has gone running around and made a pretty good catch too. Rajab Ali went a long, long way at mid-on. He ended up catching it at very wide mid-on, and that's brought an end to Ajay Jadeja's innings.
Well, not quite getting hold of this one, losing his patience finally, and Rajab Ali doing a very good job here, keeping his eyes on the ball and taking the catch in the end. So India loses its first wicket, 163 runs on the board.